Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. I just finally went to video. I couldn't do it. The live feed was driving me crazy. I kept getting a poor reception and I kept getting interrupted. So I am just going to switch to video and talk about this great story that I chose. I've been reading from Shades of AMBW. You probably can't see it because it's outside and it's kind of like, you know, too bright and everything. That's kind of good. All right. An anthology of short stories that I've been honored to have two of my stories selected for. I've been reading the other authors' stories, and there's some pretty amazing short stories in here. Some of them are very, very sensual and erotic, but well done. And so fair warning, there's some sensuality in it. And there's definitely some sensuality in the one that my favorite one so far. I haven't read them all, but my favorite one so far is Her Wildest Dreams by Love Journey. It is an amazing story. I loved it. The way that the author set it up, the sensuality that's in it was just amazing. I really liked it because it's a vampire story. And I'm always wary of those stories, okay? I love paranormal romance, but I usually stray away from vampires stories. I think Twilight kind of like messed it all up for me, and True Blood, okay? I usually do not like them, and I kind of anticipate certain things when it comes to them. One of the things that really, really irks me when it comes to vampire romances is this whole lack of informed consent that the human has. So you have a vampire, you have a human, and there's this sexual exchange that's taking place. And during the sexual exchange, almost invariably, there is this taking away of the human's autonomy, either through glamming or hypnotizing, whatever it is that you want to call it. So I can't stand it, because now I'm stuck with just thinking like, you know, this person doesn't have any choice, so you're basically raping this person. So I'm so glad that Love Journey did not do that. Hats off to you for not doing that. The exchange that occurs between these two people, a vampire and a human, is amazing. She sets it up really, really nicely. She makes sure that the reader knows that this is a mutual exchange that's taking place. Each one of them wants something and from the other, and they get it. And the way that they get it, you'll have to read the story. It was very, very hot and steamy and just really well done, because when it comes to especially sensual and sexual scenes, you always kind of are riding the spectrum of boring, bland, and just like kind of gross. It's just like, you know, why is it here? Why have you written it that way? Almost like kind of juvenile. And sometimes it's like you could tell it comes off like a juvenile boy wrote it. That's bad. Erotic fiction is when it comes off like that. So she does not do that. The sensual scene is amazing. It's just like, if you read this story, which I think people should really read this story, okay, you're going to need two things. You're going to need a nice cup of coffee or tea or something like that to settle yourself down with, and you're going to need a fan or a cool breeze or something like that around, because it is really, really, really steamy. What happens? And I know everyone's kind of been like, oh, these need to be novels, these need to be novels, these need to be novels. So I'm not going to do that, okay? I know that, you know, short stories are very, very specific. There's a specific purpose for them. And so I'm very satisfied with the short story that she's given, and the exchange between these two people, and the sensuality that's in the short story, and the way that she set up the short story was just really, really great. So I really like this one, Her Wildest Dreams. It's the last story in the Shades of AMBW fiction anthology. I really, really like that. Now, the thing I would like to do is I would like to tag an author, okay, from the anthology, to pick out a story and do a video clip of that story and why you like that story. Not saying that you don't like the other stories. There are a lot of stories in there that I actually really, really liked, but to kind of just like let readers know what's in this amazing book full of all these different authors with all these different types of stories that run a whole gamut of sensual and romantic storyline. So I like to tag an author. So the author that I would like to tag is actually the author whose story I just talked about, which is Love Journey. So please, Love Journey, do a video. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about one of these stories, because and I know you're going to have a hard time choosing one because there's so many great ones in there, but I'm really looking forward to hearing from you and learning what you thought about one of the stories. Okay, and check out Shades of AMBW. It's on Kindle. It's free today. This is the last day that it's free, and there's airplanes going over. Sorry, this is the last day that it's free. And so if you can, check it out today, okay? And don't forget to leave a review. Thanks. Assalamu alaikum.